When I was hiring quality managers or engineers during my career in the corporate world, one of the basic interview questions which I have asked the candidate is, how do you define quality? Where most candidates are struggling to answer those questions. Even some has been in the quality field for more than 10 years. Therefore, I've created this lesson to talk on what seems to be basic, however, not well defined on what, why, who, and how of defining qualities. The definition of what is quality by American Society of Quality is that the product must be fit for use in its intended purpose and can satisfy and imply the customer's needs. So the product must be free of deficiencies, able to function without problem for its intended purpose. This means if I buy a refrigerator, it should have frozen compartments for my frozen foods and chiller to preserve my food items at low temperature and able to function according to the feature given by the manufacturer, and I should be able to install the refrigerator without any problem, which is free from deficiencies. After installation, the refrigerator should work. So, consumer and producer actually look at quality differently. As a producer, if I produce or supply parts which comply to customers' requirement, fit for use and free from defect, the product is good quality. For a consumer, this would consider as an expected feature, such as the refrigerator example, that we expect refrigerator to function after setup and plug in electricity. And consumer has a very subjective view on quality, which could mean that something extra may be at a reasonable cost. In a more holistic way of defining quality would be well-designed products according to consumers' needs, maybe using the Kano analysis or the House of Quality analysis to map out the customer's need and the product feature itself, made from good grades or high grades material, which is very important, originated from well-controlled process. That means the process is well maintained, well controlled, and there is not much variations in the process output. So it should be a very narrow, less variations process, minimal handling of the product, which will means that there is also no excessive testing or inspection, appropriate check and balance process which reflect the performance of the product itself, do it right the first time, and finally able to function even beyond its warranty period. If the products can fulfill the above 7 criteria, we will have good quality products, and we can also meet the cost objective of both producer and consumer, because sometimes cost is viewed as quality from consumer points of view. So, why quality is important? Quality is important actually to achieve customers' satisfaction and also their loyalty. From a supplier's perspective, you must ensure the customer is willing to spend money to buy your product and not your competitor's product. Customer is the one that determines the quality value of your products. based on how much the product fulfill their requirements and beyond, which sometimes include price target. Some customer also willing to pay a little bit extra for a reputable brand which they associated to quality in their perception. Therefore, a producer must be able to market a product which perceived as good quality to sell the product. And one of the key questions is who owns quality in an organization? Throughout the years of me interacting with many companies, most of the suppliers or most of the companies will tell me that quality departments owns quality. I'm sure you will give the same answer if you are not really a qualified quality or experienced quality practitioner. The correct answer is actually everybody in the organizations owns quality, because quality has to be designed in, planned, built in, and not achieved through inspection. Most of the people or organization has misconception that inspection process actually create quality products, and inspection function is the main function of quality department. So sometimes the poor quality department has to be blamed if customer has received defects or poor quality products. So next is that we must learn how to measure quality. So as I stated earlier on, consumer and producer measure quality differently. As an end user or consumer is the paymaster, therefore, producer must understand the customer's needs. Unfortunately, not many producers appreciate this point and also able to drive this point across organization. It's very important that quality department or quality management professional must learn how to drive this point across organization. So organization that are able to measure their products from consumers' perspective will normally enjoy a higher rate of success. So one of the ways actually to understand what consumers or customers requirement is through what we call a critical to quality tree. So let's look at this example of a table fan. What end customers need is fan with good speed, oscillate at wide angle, low noise level, and also free from cosmetic defect. And definitely the drivers will be the quality products at reasonable price. So quality products means that what are the key characteristics that needs to be measured to achieve all these customers' needs or requirement. It could be the motor torque, the fan blade size, the appearance check, and the motor speed, and also the noise level. So in summary is that once we have identified the key parameters to the customers, we can measure quality. Next is that we will need to go through how quality is normally achieved in an organization. Here I have categorized organizations into three categories. the best type of organizations, the dream type of organization, the good organization, and the so-called average. So the methods adopted to achieve quality is that for the best type, quality is actually attained through design, planning, and built into the products. Means that this one, when during manufacturing, there will be less headache, less problem, and a lot of effort is put in upfront to manage the quality, to plan in the quality into the product itself. The second one is good. So they will expect to have some deficiencies in design, not perfect, or manufacturing of the products. However, there are quality improvement efforts to address those deficiencies through corrective and preventive actions. The third one is that not much effort is put into design or ignorant that quality has to be planned in. Lack of any quality improvement activities, only continue to inspect, continue to screen products to meet customers' requirement. So this is the overall of quality of what, who, why, and also how.
Do give me a thumbs up if you like and have benefited from today's video, which is especially prepared for you to hack into the key areas to achieve good results. Please do subscribe to this channel to get notified on the future video, and appreciate if you can leave a comment on what you would like to learn. I would also appreciate if you can share this channel with all your friends. Thank you, and see you in my next lesson. Bye!